Welcome in. We got a great game for you right now. We have 0practice playing as the Demogorgon against Yakuza survivors. We're gonna see how they do here. We already see our first 4 perks coming in. We got Noed, Hop, Pain Res, and Corrupt Intervention. I'm here with my co-caster Chungus. How are we doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good today, bro. We got the survivors getting out of position here, maybe kind of getting caught off guard. Nancy was trying to get the pallet down just in time to make sure she didn't get hit by Demo, but it looks like we're gonna need a quick down from Demo. Demo just getting it down just in time. 3 survivors need to start putting on pressure on Demo, because if they're not gonna do that here, we're gonna be in a bad position. We're gonna be in a tough spot.
That was a quick down. Didn't even need Corrupt Intervention there. We're going to be seeing our first stack of Pain Res coming in too. I'm surprised that the killer decided to do that just about how quickly the first down went. And already finding the Nia here, setting down a portal. If you right now, Chungus, if you're the killer, what are you thinking about right now? What's your mindset here with that quick down?
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get the tag on Nia, which he does, and I think I'm probably going to start, I think I just shoot for a Pain Res here. My down was quick enough to where I don't know if I need to tunnel, but if I could find the reset before they get the heal off and Nancy, I mean, then it's a win-win. We're in a good spot. We have 2 players injured. Pressure on Killer is pretty low, so whatever he chooses to do here, it's going to be in his favor. He's finding multiple survivors, and gen pressure is low, so he's in a good position.
Yeah, that was a very quick down.
Now this sucks, though.
Yeah, it does.
So, Demogorgon, again, he was looking good earlier, but the chase that he did choose to take, his first hook was DS-DH. So, getting the DS off, he's going to play Shaq. No, gets away from Shaq, maybe want to save it for later, but he does have Dead Hard, so depending on a quick... Again, this might just be a bad start from the Sirs. Like, DS is out mad early.
Yeah. We'll see here. Let's see how she plays. Crick's going to have to do something crazy. Oh, nice Dead Hard here.
I think she dies here. She's corner map with TL. If Demogorgon, he just wants to zone her to the edge map, don't let her make any resources, and then he's just gonna get her on second hook while still on 5 gens. Serves, if I was them, I would probably be setting up for her, after they get the on hook on her in the next hook, you gotta make sure that she stays alive, bro.
Yep. I agree with you. So we already see that, obviously, that Franham here has Deliverance. This person has For the People, so unfortunately they won't be able to get that on her. So if the Demogorgon decides to go back for it, we'll see here. Pushing off. Oh, last mine coming in.
Good last mine.
And we have Balanced Landing too as well, so the Demogorgon does decide to push here, you know, we'll be able to use Balanced Landing.
Yeah, I think here what we need to do is the deli player needs to stay behind Nancy and stay on her like a fly, bro. Just kind of even take it down with breaks, because you can afford to get slugged or hooks if you have Deliverance. I think you just need to stick with him and just never leave him at this point. And it looks like that's what we're gonna make. That's a good decision.
Oh, barely misses that shred. That was actually unfortunate here, but does move away from the Nancy here, so Nancy's by herself. Maybe she's coming around here to take a hit. We'll see.
Trying to get it set up.
Yep, the pressure is up there really, like, a lot. Somebody needs to come in because, you know, a 1K. Yep, there you go.
Okay, so that's the down that we wanted to see. He's gonna unbreakable up. 2 other players are pushing gens. They're telling Nancy, hold your own. They're like, look, Nancy, you just kind of, we took the body block, you just need to hold. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. He gets a kill pretty damn early for Demo.
Yeah, we're able to pop another generator off, but still. I mean, they can still, they can pressure the generators now, knowing, oh, they do go for the pickup here, but yeah, I was gonna say, if Fang gets hooked here, they can still pressure the gens because of Deliverance. We'll see here. Let's go spectate the Fang. Sprint Burst did come in here.
I think we got to give it to Demo here. He's been playing pretty well. This is a good start.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Doesn't want to make any risky decisions. He chooses just give him the pallet. He's like, you know, if I could just buy a few more seconds from my teammates to make sure that maybe they can get 1 or 2 generators, then we can probably just get a little better of a result. Now, Fang does go down at Mitri, so he's going to be getting hooked, but we saw earlier he had a nice little perk to help him out, so that'll be nice.
And we see our second stack of Pain Res coming in here. Let's see what the survivors are doing. We do have Nia over here on a generator. Alright. You see Renato over here trying to... He is going to get caught, so that means that Nia's going to probably stay on that. Yep, we see Deliverance. Oh, no, not yet. Okay. What's your mindset here if you're the survivors, Chungus? What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking that what we need to do here is, I was going to say hold deli as long as we could, just because nobody else was injured. Nia's probably pushing a generator, so there's no pressure on her. Just let him build up that time. But now that she's already had to use it, I think what she needs to do is hide, because that's probably what Demogorgon's looking for. He wants to find the player who's injured. It's going to be a little more easier for you instead of chasing a healthy survivor with potentially an exhaustion perk up. So he's going to look around a bit.
Oh, finds her too. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, this is what he needed.
Wow. Got the stun off, but it wasn't quick enough, so that's automatically another hook here. This is not good for the survivors. With 3 generators left, and he still has pop-up too with 2 stacks of pain res. This is not good here for the survivors. They gotta... We'll see what they're doing here. Yeah, they're both off. Okay, Renato might be able to pop the gen here. Nia's getting set up for the on-hook. This gen's getting hit with pop, so... I don't know. They're in a sticky situation here, man.
I think okay, he's going to go back to the hook ASAP. Again, just doesn't want them to maybe get a reset off, doesn't want them to maybe make it to a safer position. I mean, really, he goes for the kill or the pain res, which I think the kill is the play. Again, he's just good here. His end game's going to be nasty. He kills this player early enough, so let's pretend they pop 2 gens right now.
Right.
He's still guaranteed 3 kills, because he kills this guy, and then he's going to at least get 1 at the end game.
Yeah, right, with no end too, especially.
Yeah.
All right, we do see another generator popping for the survivors here.
Still survivors, trying to hold it out, though. They're like, we might have had a tough start, but that doesn't mean they can't bounce back. It's possible to get a 2 out. It's just not in their favor.
Right. I agree 100%.
Blast mine putting in work.
Yeah, wasting a little bit of time. That's the second blast mine that they got. Now, all they got to do, Demogorgon just got to find a survivor here. If he can find him quickly and secure a hook here, you know what I'm saying? It's a GG's on that end. They might be able to finish 1 more generator off, but... Let's see, we got Nia here. Yep, I think he found Renato here, Chef.
I think this is a good chase for Demo. You're in a kind of a tough position on a C tile. Now, he gets out of there with Lithe, which is straight, but you also got an LT in the corner map, which is not the best. Like, especially on these kind of maps, there's different L and T walls on each map. And this one in particular, your LT walls are pretty ass because they're very short. But he's just going to choose to leave. He doesn't want to lose that generator, so he's going to just play a little more defensive.
And I don't blame him here because of the win con. If this killer here can get a 4K at 2 gens, it means that the survivors are going to have to do better than that or just as good as that to be able to, either tie or take the set home. So, yeah, he doesn't want that gen to pop. He wants to make it to where his survivor team... Oh, very nice crouch there, stopping that hit from coming in. But, yeah, I see why the killer did that. They're going to see a shred here. He doesn't have much to work with that meat tree here. The pallet is down. Let's see how they play here.
Something you'll see Demogorgons at a higher level tend to do is instead of you'll see a lot of newer demos, what they'll do is they'll M1 you on the back, which to most players looks normal. You want to get the hit, you want to get the down. But the reason they generally go for the shred instead, even though a little more risky, is because you deny a little more distance. You get to recover quicker as the killer, and then you get to get right back on them to keep up the pressure.
Kind of like with the pig, right? With her ambush, like sometimes they'll go for that because it's especially now since she's been buffed. Okay, see, that makes sense. We do see another stack of pain res coming in, so that gen that was getting close to done, automatically 30% taken off, or 25%, my bad. Now it's just a game of finding the Nia here. Does Nia get caught? No, she doesn't. She was able to rotate around and not get caught here, so she goes for the on-hook on him. Very nice here. Yes, it really was. Now all they gotta do is make distance from each other.
Demogorgon TPing back. He knows that the survivor got unhooked, so now he's just gonna look for him. He needs to find the pressure again. He's gonna find either the injured survivor and maybe get a pop, or he finds a healthy survivor and gets a pain rest. It's a win-win in his book. It just first comes down to where are they?
Right, it's a cat and mouse game right now because if the survivors can hide, they can put pressure on the generators, and if they hear the tear radius, they can move away slowly. But if one of them gets caught, it's another are they gonna be able to get the on hook before the Demogorgon sees them? Look at that gen, lost all that progression, man.
Oh man.
Yep, same with the one in Killer Shack too. Look at this, man. Very hard here.
It feels like Nia's been on this gen for practically the whole game, man. That's tough. Your generator probably got hit by pain res 3 times?
Yeah,
oh.
I think it did. I think it did, yeah, and got hit with pop.
Not in there.
Running out of pallets to use here, man. This is not looking good.
You notice too that Nia, the exhaustion perk that she's using is balanced landing. It looks like she might be in a tougher kind of position to be able to proc it. She's got main building with a pallet, which is nice and all, but it's like you need to find a hill, you need to find something to try to get it off, and we just can't find that.
Yeah, I think isn't there a hill right here? Yes, there is. So she does have something to work with, but he's gonna leave her because he doesn't want Renato to pop that generator. And this is a good play. Like I said, he's gonna go back to main now and kick that gen. and you know, little 5%. See scratch marks here is gonna chase the Renato, knowing that the other gen that's in the meat factory is nowhere near being done. He does use life, trying to go over to the corner, maybe give Nia a little bit of time. Yes, Nia does go to Shaq to get this generator started to work on. Well, let's see how it goes here. He needs to make this chase last as long as he can.
Ah, he kind of got stuck on the sandbag. He got caught.
Yep, sandbagged himself.
Getting sandbagged by the sandbag. That's tough.
Yeah, and we're gonna see. Guess what? Oh no pain res here.
Now I think, yeah.
No, you're good. I was sorry. I was just updating the score.
I think this is gonna like set it up for the survivors here. I don't know if you're able to get one more generator done. It's gonna, yeah. He also finds Nia here, so even if she manages to go and get that save, she's gonna have to 1-for-1. She's gonna 1-for-1. He's gonna get a pain res because she hasn't been hooked yet, or he's just gonna slug her down and then go track after Renato. So I'm pretty sure it's set in stone 4K too.
Yep. The survivors, they did recover pretty decently for how quick that down was. I mean, that down was literally within the first 30 seconds of the match. Like you said, they got caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? Demogorgon was just able to find them and like just able to apply that pressure, man. If I'm Chef right now, I'm gonna miss my skill checks and dive, you know what I'm saying, and try to give Nia a chance to go for the
take hatch.
Yeah, take hatch, yeah. But for some reason they're not doing that. He's hitting his skill checks. She's not gonna be able to make it for 1-for-1. I don't think she might be able to, yeah, but still.
Yeah, I think the hatch was a play. I think it was a better call on your side. Like, I think you just die there and then maybe give him an opportunity to make some sort of distance to go for the hatch play. But now we're in this spot where he's just going to take his pain res, kill the gens, and then one player injured. You know, it's not much you're able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demo's going to lock in here. He's going to find out where the Renato is. Renato trying to maybe get back over to Shaq. Maybe going to loop around to make that play. Nuh-uh.
Nope.
Oh.
You are going to see it 4K here, unless Nia has Deliverance, which she doesn't. So yeah, it's going to be a 4K at 2 gens. That means the score is going to be here 28-9 for 28-9 in 0practice's favor here.
Well done on Killer's side. Good stuff from Demo. Even though his first chase was dead hard DS, he made it look easy. He still just kind of cut down that time.
Seriously, I agree 100%. Just very good gameplay here from the Demogorgon. 0practice coming in and showing what they got to do. Now Yakuza's gonna have to play really good here. They can still win the set. You just gotta get a 4K at 3 gens, you know what I mean? But if not, you know what I'm saying? You know, 0practice is gonna take the set here, so we'll see. A lot of pressure is gonna be on Yakuza's killer, and we're gonna see how they perform in this next match. As we get set up, guys, we will be back with the next match. Welcome back. We are in the second game of the first set. We got Yakuza killing Red as the Demogorgon. The win con here is going to be pretty hard. They have to get a 4K at 3 gens. Chungus, if you're the killer right now and you're in this predicament, what are you thinking about? Like, what's your style and what's your mindset going into this game?
My style is probably to be pretty aggressive. I need to find somebody ASAP, and then I'm just going to try to get it down as quick as I can. So right here, I mean, I get to see some scratch marks, so I know I'm on somebody, but you just got to try to get it down as quick as you can and go from there. But with the survivors, they're going to be probably playing just pretty patient, laid back, just slow down, let your survivor hold his own in the chase, and the other's just going to crank chin. So it's going to be hard, but if you can get this down quick enough, maybe get a few slugs, this is what you're going to have to do in order to maybe get this game.
Oh yeah, we'll see here. We got Zycy right now as the ace, able to drop the meat, you know, playing very safe. Got 2 safe pallets already, so, you know, no pressure. Demogorgon isn't able to get anything yet. But we'll see. Survivors are probably already on generators, and they are.
Yeah, so he's just trying to get a bit of distance. Demo can't find a hit quite yet, and I think this is going to be kind of difficult for him. He's looking to go after a survivor, maybe on top of a hill here, maybe procking a balanced landing play. Gets to the pallet, playing it just again a little more safe. Now he does get tagged, but he's got Killer Shack over here, so he just gets his distance. Gonna again just play safe, maybe drop a Shack pallet here or there, but it's going to be enough time to where maybe their teammates could just crank a few gens. So.
Yep, as we can see the Ada over there, and then we see the ace. Yeah, we have 3 different gens already. This is not looking good. We'll see here.
So I think Nia, getting robbed by the hay bale.
Wow.
I was gonna say Nia is just trying to get away from the gens as far as she can. She wants to die into the grub side of the map because there's no pressure here. There's nobody working. So he knows he can just do whatever he needs here to just stay alive. Playing this T-wall insanely well, actually. He won like 350s there. But yeah, he just needs to die here, and that's what he's gonna do. So.
We have a generator already halfway down here. We're gonna see our first generator pop. And our second one right around the corner. Maybe we'll be able to get if this is a scorch hook. Let's see. Hold on. Yes, it is a scorch hook, and that's exactly what they needed. Okay. That was a spectator bug. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. So, Demo, he's just gonna TP. He's gonna try to come back and maybe protect the gen. So it's not the ideal situation, but you did get pop, you did get pain rest, so you did get a little bit of your slowdown. You got access out of your perks, but you need to maybe just find another survivor here, try to pressure a little more. Because now Killer, you would generally just have a little bit of time to maybe look around and focus, try to figure out what 3 gen you want to protect, but with the win con at hand, you don't really have that luxury.
No. And look, the survivors are already pressuring. We're about to see another 2 generators pop here. So that means that the win con, like, at most, it's going to be a tie. But that's at most, though. That's if you know, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, this is kind of what we were talking about earlier, where you can afford to let a player sit, just so that way you'd rather get the pressure because you know what you need to do. You know that you need to just get gens done. That's how we win this game. You would prefer to save somebody in most cases, but this one you could just let him hang out. If he wants to protect the hook, that's fine. We're just gonna pressure gens.
Yeah, they might even just let him die and let the other 2, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, look, yeah, they gotta pop one more gen and they win the set. So they could just let him die and still win the set, you know, but they go for the last second on hook. And even if he does go for the Fang here, she does have decisive strike. So it, you know what I'm saying? It won't be, yeah. And we have life coming in too. Let's see. Able to make that pally here. I don't think they'll be able to, yeah, they won't make nothing here.
So Fang gonna get some good value out of her DS here. But we've seen both games where Demo just finding the decisive strike player has been very, very brutal.
Especially in this situation. Survivors just need to pop one more generator and they win this set already. Yakuza just trying to hang on, man, and trying to, you know, make it happen, but it's just not. That first chase is everything, you know, because of how quick they went down in the first set. Man.
Fang on the jungle gen, just trying to maybe see if she can get access out of another resource. Doesn't get to find anything though.
Yep, and 0practice does win the set already, so we'll see. You know, obviously the Demogorgon's gonna keep trying here. We do see our first kill. We have 1 generator left.
I will say, you know, even then, that was still a pretty decent kill. Now, if this was a normal game, if not the win con at hand, you know, you probably could just, you know, play off your 3 gen, try to see if we could maybe get a few pain res hooks, because he still has 3 left. So, like, he can still make. There's a world where you could 4K here, but yeah, with the 4K 3 earlier, it was gonna be a tough game.
Yeah, man, 0practice really coming in, like, you know, strong. Now, we do have Nurse as our next set, and you know how that goes. It can go 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see. Yakuza's going to have to play really well here, and they will kill first on the Nurse set. So, they're going to have to come in and bring the pressure here and try to win. If not, they're going to be eliminated from this. Wait, I think this is winner set. Let me check real quick before I say that. Oh, no, this is round... Yeah, this is a round 3 winners. So, if they lose, they go to... Ooh, nice blind, too, by the... Yeah. So, if they do lose, they're not eliminated from the tournament. They just go to the losers bracket.
Yeah, yeah, I mentioned 4K3 earlier, but it was a 4K2, my bad. But even then, we're down to 1 gen. Survivors, they managed to get out of there with a firecracker. That was really well done by them. You got a good amount of distance off of that. Got to make main, hit the window, playing it safe, looking like he's trying to get maybe a reset off of Ace, or maybe he wants to rotate in. We got 2 split gens trying to go. Oh, he dropped him the med kit. So
yeah, very nice.
That was
yep.
Good.
I love the work here, the work ethic for the survivors. Even though that they know that they've already run, you know, they're still playing hard because, you know, they want to prove themselves and show them how good they really are. Got to give it to them.
So if Ada doesn't get caught and gets this reset off in time before Demo finds her, I think the survivors just bounce back and they recovered. Like, the bad thing that could happen for him here is that she got caught mid-heal, but that wasn't the case. So survivors are just going to pre-live off the gen. He's going to play in this tough game of, man, Blastmine too, also just been putting in mad work, not only last game, but this game too. Pressure. Killer looking around. Decides to go for a portal. Maybe just wants to see if he can get around the map a little bit easier instead of having to walk everywhere. Makes sense. He's going to find somebody working on this generator, but maybe he's going to try to apply Eruption. Chooses to chase, which I think he might have to finally decide to commit to. He needs to find and get somebody injured.
Yeah, for real. He only gotten the hook, you know, the hooks. Nice 50-50 there. It does get the shred here. Ada realizes that, but does have this, does not have this pallet here. So unfortunately, she's not going to be able to do much here. And she is going to go down. But survivors are almost probably. Let's see. Yep, they already finished the gen here. All they have to do is just escape now. And I think that's what they're gonna do. There's no reason to go for the save here at all. Just take the 2-man out, you know, and call it a day.
Yeah, it's a win. Either like, if they really wanted to, they could have somebody stay by this hook where the other guy is doing a gate. And either he gets out at the gate or they get the save. It's a lose-lose for Demo. But again, still, trying to maybe make something happen. Maybe wants to deny the gate, doesn't get there quite in time. They're gonna maybe get the save. They might even 3 out this.
Okay, that is the craziest spectator bug I've ever seen. Did you see that? Look.
It was like a black hole for a second.
It is.
Yeah.
It's on his head too.
Yeah, if he wants, I think what Ace could do here is try to be a little more aggressive. Just try to get the Demogorgon's attention so that way our injured player can maybe make it safely. So injured player's got 2 outs, so this is tough for Demo. It's like, look, do I go and protect the gate, which, you know, she's going to be going for, or maybe she's considering the hatch. I don't know. He's actually probably just going after Ace.
Nice.
That was great.
Yep, and Ada's able to get out of here, and Ace can either go for the shack here, or probably just gonna edit, but we'll see. Oh, yep, he's gonna go for shack. He's gonna go for shack. Yep, for the hatch here.
Yeah, that's a tough game for Demo.
Oh my god, dude, they got the 3 out!
Oh, that's tough.
All right, amazing gameplay here, guys. We're gonna get set up for the next match. It is gonna be Nurse on Bad Ham Preschool. I know that's kind of questionable, like Bad Ham Preschool, but yeah, guys, we're gonna get it set up in just a minute. Yakuza will be killing for first on the Nurse set here. Alrighty, guys, we will be right back with the next game. Everybody, welcome back. We are in the second set right now. We have Yakuza killing as the Nurse on Bad Ham Preschool. We got Franham right now. So, Chungus, let me ask you real quick, man. Knowing that you're Yakuza and you have to win this set, what's your mindset coming in here, man? What are you thinking about, especially with a strong killer like this? And look at the perks. We have Force Hesitation in as well, too.
I think I'm going to kind of back up a bit, and I think I would probably hold Choke. So we know that everybody spawned here, right? So he's got 3 generators that are corrupted, and he knows they're on this side. So I'd kind of back up a bit, hold the middle of the map, and I'd try to see if anybody's crossing. I was just going to wait a little bit, be a little patient, but he's going to take a different approach. Fran's going to try to maybe see if he can't catch somebody off guard, maybe somebody who's stealthing in maybe a tough position, and then he's going to try to pressure them early. But it looks like they already crossed, and this is what I was talking about earlier. I think you kind of want to hold mid a bit and be a little more patient, but now he can kind of bounce back, he can recover, look for somebody maybe on an active generator, and he's going to try to check on the 2 floor and see if he can't find somebody.
Yeah, and right now the survivors are playing really well. They're trying to wait out Corrupt Intervention because they know that the pressure that the Nurse can put, very quick downs here. So if they can wait out Corrupt Intervention, you know, and not get no downs, that's just a wasted perk right there. We know that the Felix is on a generator right now, but does get off of it because he hears them doubling up right here, man. We got Zeisty over here. Wow. I mean, they did good, like you said. They crossed the choking point that the Nurse was trying to hold on them.
And yeah, survivors, I think preferably what we would like to do, he's getting chased here over in the corner of the map, which is kind of what he has to work with. But if you were to get chased by a Nurse, you would like to be in some sort of building just because you're blocking a lot of her LOS on you, or you're going to be able to work with different kinds of floors. So with Nurse, if you want to blink somebody close, you need to look down. And when you do that, you run the risk of maybe blinking to the bottom floor. So that's kind of what you want to use against her. But looks like he's just going to die far away from gens, doesn't want to be anywhere near his teammates, so that way they can put on a little pressure and get some stuff done.
Yeah, and like, you know, when you said about the line of sight breakers, when you're playing the Nurse, you don't blink blindly, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you just can't because you're wasting your blinks and wasting time, and survivors are able to make a lot of distance here. We did see our first gen pop in as well, too, and we already see the Ada here. Let's see how they continue here.
Ada choosing to go maybe over to the 2-story. I think that was a good decision. She doesn't want to show herself to the Nurse because it's going to make her job a little more difficult. And if she chooses to blink, she has to kind of guess on it. Well, is he going to be on the top floor? Is he going to be on the bottom floor? He's looking around maybe edge map, maybe trying to see if somebody was maybe lurking. Didn't get to get any kind of visual though. He's going to maybe try to protect this hook. Maybe make him make a 1-for-1 and get another pain res. Playing a little more defensive.
Now, I don't know if you know this, Chungus, but does Force Hesitation, don't you have to hit a basic attack for that to proc, or does it not matter? Like, you can use a special attack, right?
I believe it's a basic attack, but I could look into that.
Okay, all right, we see another gen pop in. We see the Ada coming in for the trade here. Maybe has, let's see, she does have Deliverance and has Unbreakable here. Okay, we'll see.
Whenever... So whenever a survivor is put into the dying state, by any means, all the survivors within 16 meters of them suffer from a -20 hindered effect. So it actually doesn't matter.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure because we know the recent nerf that well, it wasn't recent, but the nerf that they had on the nurse, where you know her special attacks now with her blinks.
Yeah, it was sloppy and stuff.
Yep,
Yeah.
all that and no ed, everything. All right, we are gonna see a fresh hook on the Ada here.
Yeah, so I can see that being a good call here. So anytime somebody's going to go for a save, the hindered effect, you're going to get like no distance against Nurse. She could probably just get mad pressure that way.
Yep.
And we're seeing that. She's got 2 hooks now.
Exactly, and it does come in handy. I've seen it used many a times in the tournaments because you're so slow that you're able to take a hit, and then like it just like even with the Nurse, you're able to blink right on top of them, and there's nothing that they can do about it. So they have to play careful, and now they know that she has it, so they're going to be playing really safe here. Now the Ada does have deliverance, but they got her off, and they did get her off, yeah. Okay, let's see how they continue.
We're down to 3 generators. Somebody's dead on hook. He's holding on, making sure that his teammates have just a little more time. Ada's injured. We have 2 healthy survivors. Looks like they might. It looks like they're trying to save. Maybe.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to because they have 4 of the people. We have 2 people working on this generator here. 1 on the hook. She's gonna have to go for the save unless they're gonna let him die. I don't know because right now nobody's going for the save here.
It seemed like there was a little push and pull. It looked like he was maybe asking his teammates. He's like, oh, are we saving this or are we letting him die? So he was moving in case they did say we were going for it. But I think they decided against it. And they were like, no, I think we're gonna play the safer route. We're just going to get gens done. Which is probably the better call. I think you just kind of want to get a little more pressure on gens here. And then, because if you go in and you just give up another pain res probably.
Right. Well, let's see here. We're going to see a death on the on the survivors here. Gonna be another 2 points. Killers are at 10 points so far right now.
It's a good double back thing. That was good. Ada choosing to heal. So the game's kind of reset. We did lose a player, but we have all 3 survivors healthy and getting back on generators. So the pressure is on Nurse now. So earlier, it was on the survivors a little bit. She had the pressure on the hook. She had somebody injured. This was good. But now the game's kind of reset. So she needs to decide, well, am I going to commit to this chase on Fang and I'm going to try to get this down early? Or maybe I'm going to try to go back over gens. But I think she wants to commit here and maybe get a pain res.
Yeah, I mean, they made a good decision here. They got 2 gens left, and, you know, they're just really good pressure here. We have Ada on the solo gen here, and then we have the Felix right here at the back of the preschool. Let's see how they continue here. Is this going to be a pain res stack? Let's see. Oh, no, shit, they already used the pain res stack. I'm pretty certain.
Something else, too, is the great... Pain res is one of the arguably the best perks that you can get for slowdown in this game. But sometimes on a map like Springwood, you could really kind of get ruined by RNG. So like you can maybe pick up somebody like here, you found Fang in the corner, but all of your hooks potentially could have been on the other side of the map, but you was pretty fortunate enough to find one here on the back corner.
Yeah, because that's why sometimes you see killers run agitation because of the RNG. They don't because imagine if you get a bad RNG to where the survivors where you're chasing them at and you're downing them and there's no scourge hooks, you're literally it's another useless perk. And it does happen sometimes. Like you said, a map like this that's a lot bigger, it can happen. So thankfully they were able to get another pain res hook here. It didn't do too much to you. You also have to worry about that too, because if you get a down and get a let's say the generator is barely being progressed and that one gets hit with it, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter here, but we'll see.
Looks like Felix is trying to lurk and see if he can get an opening to get the save safely. He doesn't want to get injured because if he goes for that pull and gets tagged, he's going to apply forced hesitation, and then there's going to potentially be 2 downs because the person who got pulled is not going to get very much distance. So just going to let him have second. They're going to let Ada get a little more time pushing a generator, and they're going to try to see if they can't get a little more progress completed.
Gonna go up here and check the solo gen here. Hears that it's almost done. She knows that the survivor is right around the corner. That gen was almost ready to pop. And they are gonna go for the on hook here. And probably go for the instant reset. Wait a second. Ada almost got caught. Oh, she did get caught here. Very nice play from the nurse to check around. But misses her blink, and that is not good. Gonna break line of sight here. Oh, unfortunate here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was bringing up earlier, is that if you use these houses, you can kind of get Nurse to have a tough time using her blink on you because you can get caught on little things around the inside of the map, or you can get caught on maybe when you're trying to look around a corner, and we saw that there.
Oh, wow, barely almost misses that hit there. You know, Yakuza is trying their best here. I mean, they have it set up. They could win this set, and then we can go into a tiebreaker here. But the survivors are going to try to finish this gen here. Let's see. What do we have? Felix decides to lead the solo gen here. Puts Blast Mine on it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait a second.
Guys, go for a body block.
It was enough. It was. Wow. That's very nice here. Just wasting a little bit more time. But still able to get the double blink, though.
If he managed to get the distance, he managed to get away, that actually I think would have been pretty effective because he knows he's going to be hooking there. He knows he has a lot of progress on that gen, and now he's no longer able to pressure. So if it were to get the distance he needed to make it to the other side of the map, then that would have been great, but he wasn't, unfortunately, so now we're kind of stuck back in this spot. Wants to protect his generators again here.
Wow. We'll see, man. Honestly, like, it's going back and forth here. They got to be careful, though, because, you know, one is injured. And they do have 2 gens being very close to being done. Okay, we are seeing the Felix here reset himself, which is really good. Takes a little bit of pressure off now. Well, let's see if they decide to go for the on-hook or they're going to let her die and try to finish another generator, which they will, unless the nurse decides to pressure them. No. Just looking around, trying to see if they can find a survivor going for the on-hook here, but doesn't. All right, we see another gen. Okay.
The play now, assuming they don't get the save, I think you need to have each survivor on each kind of part of the map to just stall as much time as you can. So if someone were to get caught and somebody was pushing the other side of the map, the nurse can't just immediately go to you. She has to have a little bit of time to blink down to the other side to give you time to stealth and maybe go back for the player who goes down, or to maybe just have time to pop a gen. Which they do decide to let him die, so I think these two need to split up, play slow, and just play patient. I think patience is the name of the game now.
I agree with you 100%. Because now there's 2 people left with 1 generator. If they play this right, they might be able to get this last gen done. But if they don't, it could be a 4K at 1 generator. She does find the Felix here. And let's see how this chase goes. This one's going to be very important. Ooh, nice balance landing.
Praxis BL, he's using the building again, just making it hard for Nurse to blink. If we can play these buildings, it makes it tough for Nurse because she for one, she can't see, but 2, whenever she goes to blink on you, if she's close to, she has to look down, and then she runs the risk of going to the bottom floor. So, not able to find Felix quite yet. Looking around, she knows he's close.
Oh, wait a second. Let's see if she finds him.
My man looking like Snake right now.
Oh my god, almost missed him here. Needs to hurry up and finish this chase now, like, as soon as possible. Okay, does have a stack of pain res. Let's see what they decide here. I don't think they're going to be able to make it in time before this gen pops here.
Solid Snake Felix, almost getting away with that one. She might actually get this. This is close. Maybe. It depends on the RNG.
Oh my god.
Was it?
Yeah, she got it. She got it. Oh my goodness, we're talking seconds, guys. Seconds here. That's the difference between this being a 4K at 0 gens or a 4K at 1 gen. They're not going to be able to finish this gen now. All the nurse has to do is find this Fang right here, and it's going to be a 4K at 1 generator. Well, let's make sure that Felix does not have deliverance. This is going to be a cat and mouse game.
Yeah, if that hook wasn't pain res, I think she maybe got that done. That was a big difference.
Yep. And does find it here. Wow.
Fang's gonna have to make a hell of a play.
Yep.
Okay, so we're choosing to use the building here first. Wants to maybe try to throw her off. Maybe gonna double back inside.
Takes the hit here.
Nurse gonna try to cut him off. Doesn't want him to get the pool for free. Fang is not gonna be able to get the save.
Yep, GG's. That's going to be a 4K at 1 gen here.
They almost had it too. Close.
Yeah, it was really close. If literally there was a difference between just a few seconds. If Felix could have lasted 2 more seconds, they would have been able to pop that last gen. But unfortunately, was not able to, and that pop came in. I mean, Pain Res was able to come in very clutch here. So it is going to be a 28-12 here for the win con for 0practice. But yeah, we're going to get set up for the next game, guys. Let's see if 0practice is able to win this set and continue on, or if Yakuza is going to, bring it back, and we're going to go to the tiebreaker here with the Death Slinger. All right, guys, we will be right back. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. We are in the second game of the second set. We have 0practice playing as the nurse. The win con here is 28-12. So all the survivors have to do is finish all the generators, Yakuza does, and then they will be able to take this set home, and we will go to a tiebreaker. Already finding the first survivor pretty quickly here. This might be a quick down. They need to be careful. They want to stay alive as long as they can. They don't want to be too much pressure here. Now, Chungus, if you're 0practice and you're the nurse and you know the win con here, what's your game plan, man?
I think we just stick on Nia. I think our start was already pretty good. You look at the first game, and the survivors were taking their time a little bit. They were taking a little bit of time to maybe get to places. They wanted to be in a good position. And we took a little more aggressive approach, and I think this really paid off for the nurse because we got our hook pretty early. So we're going to apply pain res and get the slowdown that we need.
Yep, and agitation is coming into play here just to secure that. No RNG needed for, you know, the thing. Yep, so we do see it. And we saw survivors double working on a gen here, and that's going to go all to waste now because of the pain res. Oh, nurse got stuck here. Unfortunate.
I think the doubling could be a good plan because generally you'll see, okay, so most games when you're versing an S tier killer, you want to double a gen because the downs are a little more quicker. So if you can get that generator out before they get the down, and you can deny them pain res. But it didn't work out that way in this case because the down was just a little more quicker than maybe they anticipated. So we get the pull though, didn't happen to get tagged. So now it's up to Nia. She just needs to hold her own, maybe try to run main as long as she can, maybe give the teammates a little more pressure. Still on 5 gens, just need to get a little more gen work, and then we're going to go from there.
Luckily for the survivors here, that Nia didn't go down because if so, that would deny the deliverance because we all know that deliverance only procs when you get a safe on hook, but obviously that happens here. Trying to waste as much time here. No dead hard, no nothing here. So we'll see how they go here. This is not a bad place to be at, you know what I'm saying? A lot of lineup sight blockers, but we'll see.
I like the use of oh. Now, he wasn't able to win the pallet stun, but I still like the use of I think he got a good amount of leverage off of that main building. I think he was able to get, he got his lithe off, so he got a good amount of distance. He got tagged pretty early, and I think it was a pretty decent chase there. I mean, he held his own.
Yep. Now we're gonna see if this nurse is able to get to that gen that's almost done popping. If so, that's gonna be a lot of pressure here with that pop. We did see a gen getting close to being done over here with the Renato here. No, she's not gonna. I don't think they're gonna be able to make it. We'll see.
See Fran lurking on the side. I think he's trying to get for the people play here. He wants to keep. So they're going to try to FTP, get in the pool, and I think he's going to try to get him to lurk out and maybe hide. That's what they need to happen. Nurse is going to try to deny that. She's going to hang out, play a little more defensive on her hook. She's going to let a few gens pop, but she needs to either get this kill or she needs to deny this FTP. So we're going to see. Gets the FTP play, needs to hide. That's the goal for Nia.
Oh, yeah, this is really good here. Got the FTP on there, deny the tunnel, does finish another gen, and is going to be on the Sable here. This is very good. The survivors were able to make the best out of the worst, out of that bad situation here. We're not going to see a tunnel, you know, and we do see a flood of people.
This is exactly what the survivors wanted. This is what they needed.
Yep.
Because now, if we notice, the nurse was choosing to hook the survivor who was using decisive strike. So if she chooses to come back and attempt to tunnel on the Sable, it's going to be a real bad situation for her. It's going to be tough.
Especially if the Renato's the one that goes for the unhook, because he has deliverance too. So like if they trade right, she'll still have decisive strike up, and then on top of that deliverance, so survivors will be able to pressure generators here. We're gonna see, and we do see what pop. Yep, we do see pop coming in on the solo gen here.
Yeah, I think that play right there could have been like the make or break for this game. Getting the people off successfully and not getting tagged in the process, I think is a big play on the Surf's part. And they might even get this reset off if we'll make it. It looks like Nurse not coming back to the hook, maybe wanting to protect some generators. Feels maybe there might be a little more pressure. So, but I think she needs to put on the pressure now. She lost her tunnel, and they've successfully got the heal in time. Into a Slingers. That's really tough.
Oh yes, really tough. That was actually really good there. They decided that coming in for that will make it. It's just gonna make it that much harder to get the tunnel off here. Very nice. And decisive strike. They might even just save the decisive strike for the next time, you know? But we'll see here. Yeah, I would. I'd miss it purposely so that when the nurse doesn't expect it. All right, let's see the gen progression. Okay.
Chooses to use the DS. Just maybe wanting to stall a little bit longer. She's going to try to use some of these fences in the little bar in her shack there to just block her from seeing the position.
Ooh.
Dodges a blink. That's huge. Nurse going to struggle a little bit just trying to get this down. He's holding this corner and wanting the survivor team to just get as much gen progress and pressure as they can. Chooses to just go to the corner of the map and play the bush. And I think that's a good call. This is kind of what you want to happen.
Yep, all they got to do is pop this generator and they win the set. because it was 28-12, and they have 12 points right now. They just got to pop this Jin, which they are doing right now. They played really well here, you know what I'm saying, with the we'll make it play, the Florida people, and just very nice here. Very Jin efficient here, and we are going to be seeing a trade here, and the last Jin is going to pop any second now. Yep, okay, they did meet the win con here.
Yeah, I think what Nurse needed to do was just kind of protect her hooks a little more. She allowed 2 resets to happen for free, and I think we need to just protect the hook as much as we could to either one, you wanted to secure the kill on red a little earlier so we don't have as much gym progress against us, or if you're going to let them get the pull, you at least want to get a pain res in return. You need to get one or the other.
Very nice here, though, honestly. Yakuza coming back and, you know, bringing life back here because they had to win the set, you know, or it was time to go. So we will be going to a Death Slinger here on Suffocation Pit with 0practice killing first.
Game's not quite over yet, though. Looks like they're trying to maybe... Looks like they were trying to maybe pick up the teammate, maybe shoot for a 3 out, maybe more. He's going to try to go for a few more stages. Doesn't want Chef to get out quite yet. He's going to... Nancy's looking to go pick up their teammates, maybe play a little more slow. Now the game is set in stone, but we're still trying to play for outs. We want to show that, you know, we've come to win.
Yes.
We want to put on a good performance.
Exactly. Always. 100%. Next season, we're going to make it go down to overall score, too, so that, like, this, it incentivizes gameplay like this, you know? Because, like, we don't want survivors that when they win the game, you know, like, they get the win con, they just stop playing, like, for fun, you know? And they're just doing it for shits and giggles. We want teams to play throughout the whole thing.
Has Deli in pocket. So even if it goes wrong for the survivor here, Nancy and Chase, if maybe multiple people were to go down, they still just have Deli, so there's almost no way for it to go wrong.
Yeah, we're gonna see the reset here on the Sable. Where's the Nancy at? Oh, okay, so we do have Nia out here. Nia's death hook. So if she goes down, you know, it's only 2 points for the killer here. Oh, ball. Oh, unfortunately goes downstairs in the basement. That's not what they want to see.
That's the blink I was talking about.
Yup. Oh, that's going to be enough to make... Yeah, that she makes distance, I think. Especially if they have the pallet here. She could just drop it and hit it with life. That doesn't matter. The killer's not going to be able to make it. Sable is over here, but all we have to do is... Misses! Wow.
Considering a hatchet?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, look at it. It's going to be...
I think she's just going to let him have it, and she's going to shoot for the other side of the map, which is possible. It might be a little hard. Nurse is letting him get mad distance, not choosing to blink here. Walking... He just let him kind of take the map there. I think he could have made a large blink to maybe cut him off. But... Nurse is probably going to get the injury here, but now he's so close to the gate, he's going to run the risk of him maybe getting out. It's possible he could blink on him and shut it down, but... Yeah, and he does get there. Okay, he's able to at least stop friend here from getting out. Gives him a little bit of friendship.
Yeah, a little bit of friendship. A little bit of reassurance right there too.
Yeah.
All right, very nice here. Like I said, we will be going to the tiebreaker set here with Death Slinger on Suffocation Pit. It's do or die for both teams here. I'm actually very excited to see this here. But we will be back with the very next game as soon as we are teams are both set up to go. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. We are in the tiebreaker set. We have 0practice killing now as the Death Slinger on Suffocation Pit against Yakuza. This is do or die here. We're gonna see how they play. I got Chungus here. Now, Chungus, if you're in this situation, tiebreaker here, and you're trying to bring it home with the perks that you have, you know, Noed, you know, Agi, Corrupt, and Pain Res, how are you gonna play here, man?
So I think the Noah decision was more of a safe call. I think he's choosing to bring Noah just to kind of, in case the game maybe goes poor, he has that backup just in case, so that way his team can maybe recover on the next game. Now, I think he's trying to hold a choke point, kind of what you want to do on the same as the Springwood Nurse set that we saw earlier. You want to hold a little bit and try to see if anybody's going to go for the cross. Choosing to move a little bit. Ooh, there's a great shot out of the window, catching Fang out of position here, going to get a nice little injury. Nice and early, and then Death Slinger just going to maybe try to find a quick down. He has Pain Res in the back pocket again, and just maybe gets a quick down, gets some early pressure. Renato rotating in, trying to get him body block. Gets a little bit of distance. All right, this is not too bad.
No, it's not, but we already see the exhaustion coming in sprint burst here. I mean, yeah, this is not too bad, but they got to be careful here because you can hold the choke point. You know, if they get 2 hooks here, it's just... Oh, okay. We almost saw a blind here. We have Renato trying to come in and take a hit, and he does.
So this protection, he's a little more aggressive. I feel this might be like a decisive strike kind of player. He's trying to protect Fang, and I feel there's a reason.
Yep, decisive strike.
Yep. It's why he wanted to be a little more aggressive. He wanted to protect Fang, wants to keep her in back pocket in case he need the for the people player, in case he need it later on. And Renato choosing a protector, and he would rather get in chase just because DS, he wants to use that against the Death Slinger in case he's going to need it for later. So I think this is a good decision coming out for the Survivor team.
Yeah, I agree here. Very good play here. Was able to waste time. Does go in the corner here away from all the generators. If let's hope that for the survivors here, if he doesn't have pain res right here.
Now this hook is kind of tough for the survivors. You are putting yourself very far back. So when a survivor has to choose to come up for the save, it's going to be very hard to get out. So you will get the pull, and it's possible that you can maybe even get away uninjured. But with Death Slinger being the killer that he is, he can take a shot, reel you back in, keep you in the part of the map that he wants you to be. He's very good at that.
Yeah, and that's what makes him deadly because, like, even if you're on a strong pallet or something and he hits you, he can move you away from that. And that's what makes him deadly, too. Already catches the Fang here. Oh, barely misses that. Wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, he
that
missed the
too.
shot. This is great for the survivor side. They needed this so that way they can make it to a safer part of the map where they would rather take the Slinger at. They noticed that they're getting the save on the top side of the map, so they want to bring him to the bottom to keep pressure at different parts, different ends. So he's going to hold this a bit, and again, he's just trying to drag him. He wants to keep him on his side, and Fang, realizing this, chooses to go back down to the other side.
Yeah, and unfortunately there she was able to, like, her sprint burst was almost 99, and since he was dragging her sprint burst procced again. Imagine if she got hit and then her sprint burst was 99, right, and was able to, you know, get that distance and then stop for a second. But she goes to Shaq, so I think the Death Slinger decides to leave it alone. Survivors don't have much pressure on generators right now because of the protection hits and stuff coming in. Need to be careful here.
So not a single gen is popped, so either hook that you were to get on either side is kind of good for you, because you're going to get a 3... Well, now we just lost that gen, so now it has to be top side. What we were going to say earlier is that it was a 3 gen regardless, but this is preferred for the Slinger because you not have more than a 3 gen, you have a 4 gen. So you could protect this much more easier. Even if you lose 1 gen, you're still holding a 3 gen on this side of the map. Choosing to play a little more safe. He wants to hook in here to make sure it's guaranteed. He was going to go a little more deep, but maybe saw that Neo is potentially going to go for a body block to deny that from him, so he's like, I'll just take the hook.
And it was actually a really smart play that he didn't go for the pain res here, knowing that that generator pop, knows that, like, maybe survivors didn't have much pressure, so he saves that pain res for later, which can come in handy here for the future, you know? Because like we said, we talked about, like, if they do get the pain res hook here and there's not generators being pressured like that, it's basically useless. They lose, you know, a stack of pain res. So very smart play here for practice.
Slinger looking behind him, wants to see if anybody's maybe sneaking up on him, wants to work a generator while he's trying to protect this. He wants to make sure that he can not only protect the hook, but his gens. He's got 2 objectives on this side of the map that he needs to make sure he's looking out for. Now, whatever they're doing on the other side of the Killer Shack, he doesn't really mind. He's like, if they want to pop those gens on that side, I accept that. This is my side. So, finds Neo, though. Gonna have to 1-for-1. Wasn't able to get there safely, so just gonna go ahead and try to get the save and try to make his teammate get out alive. Trying to make it back down to the bottom side again. This is a side that Slinger doesn't really care about, so if they do get caught there, survivors don't really mind.
And now this is where we're gonna probably see that stack. I think, yeah, stack of pain res coming in. We'll see here.
Bringing him deeper in, this is much easier for him to protect. So if we, with that hook that we saw, they managed to make it down the other side of the map. But when the hook is deeper like this, you have to get the pull successfully, and you have to avoid multiple Death Slinger shots while trying to get to the other side of the map, which is a little more difficult. He also got his pain res here. This is good for him.
Yeah, and survivors, even though that pain res went off and stuff like that, this is still good because Red is the one that has deliverance. And that, like I said, that was the gen that popped with the pain res. You know, none of the survivors are on. They're all on the other side working on generators now, and they know that they don't have to go for the on hook anytime soon because of deliverance. So not too bad here. We'll see how he continues on with his pressure.
So with Pain Res too, a lot of people look at this perk as strictly a slowdown perk, and that's what it's best known for because that's what it's very good at. But if you look at it in another way, it's also kind of information. If you Pain Res a generator and you see it's next to you and it's like very low to no progress, that it's kind of telling. It's telling you that the survivors aren't really pressuring generators right now. They're probably maybe resetting, maybe they're positioning. It's in a weird way, it can also be used as an information perk.
Right, because if that gen is not much progress and it's the one that got hit, you know that there's no other gen because it only hits the gen with the most progression. So that gives you the choice. Like the killer could be like, well, if this gen is so small with progression and it got hit, I could stay here and camp this hook. You know what I mean?
I can afford this.
Yeah.
Yep.
We see a quick down on the Deliverance player here. We do have 3 gens popped now. So let's see how he continues on. I mean, Death Slinger's doing really well here. And yeah, so let's continue.
So he gets this player, puts him back on this hook, holding him in this corner. This is kind of what he wants. He wants to be able to protect this 3-gen and maybe take out a player. That's going to be his goal. Death Slingers, if you ever want to manage the 4K on a game of Suffocation Pit, the goal here is to just protect this side and protect your gens. And he's doing that. So the survivors, they're all still alive. They can still definitely break this. There's a world. But they need to make sure they can get the save successfully and keep players in the game. Because as soon as you lose one player, fighting a 3-gen with only 3 gets a lot more difficult.
Oh yeah, it really does. And these survivors know that too, because like I said, you know, when it's a 3v1, if one gets down and they're on the hook, one person can only be on a gen, and the other one has to go for the set. Yeah, and that was really nice there, honestly. Oh, he decides to break off of that and go for here. He heard the survivor coming in for the reset. Tried to body block.
Didn't want him to get the pull. He was trying to see if he can maybe get the kill time before Renato was able to get the save. But unfortunately, he's not able to. Choosing to go for this back hook again. Nia's going to make it out alive. So the good is that we got to keep a player in the game. The bad is that while we're doing this, we're giving the killer more stages as the game progresses. So we want to make sure that we can break this region, hopefully sooner rather than later, so that way we can start attacking the bottom gens. Gets a great shot again. Finding Nia, he might even get a kill here.
Yeah, he does. I like how he stopped the chain hunt right there. Like, you know, I mean, not the chain hunt. Sorry, this is not Xenobite. But like how he stopped that there and dropped him. So now he has somebody on the ground. And he could just sit here and chill all day. They did pop. Oh, they did get the on hook here. Very nice. Wow.
That was really actually well done for the survivors. He was looking like maybe even getting 2 kills in that 3-gen. So if not for that save, then they would have been in a really tough spot. But getting the save there was huge.
Yep, and they know that Red's going to die, so they're tripling up on the generator. They should be able to pop it here. Let's see. Does he drop here?
Comes over with Agi, trying to make sure that the survivors don't get this generator done. He might wiggle. Does not get the wiggle in time.
Oh! Wow. They do finish the gen. And this, what is it? Can't even. Adrenaline came in, but then no red proc, so this is not good.
Now on the bright side, we did manage to get the last generator done, so if we were to get 4K, we'd prefer it to be on no gens rather than 1 gen. So with all that, it could have been worse. We could have not gotten that gen done if not for the pressure, and we probably, you know, would have had a tougher game. So at least we got the gen done.
Ooh, survivors here. Let's see. For the people coming in. I don't even think they had to use the for the people because she was almost up, but she wanted to be safe here because if he would have got the down and she didn't get the pick, it would have been a 4K. Now they just need to split up, and then this won't be a 4K here. Very nice. Ooh, Nancy, the last second gets off here. Needs to be careful to see what he does
Nancy needs
here.
to get some distance away from the slug and needs to make sure that if he were to go down, Fang has enough time to go pick up Renato, and that's what we're doing. So he's going to go to the edge of the map, trying to see if he can get the pick in time before Nancy goes down. Manages to get away. All 3 survivors are back up. This is good for them. They're recovering.
Yep, definitely. Okay, decides to go for the hook here. Fang's the only one that's not hooked yet, so we'll see. But this is really decent right now. Survivors did come back. Like I said, not a bad play here. Finally able to start pressuring the doors here.
Death Slinger, if he could just catch 1 shot when these survivors aren't maybe looking, he can maybe even pull out a 3K.
We'll see here. I think the survivors are thinking that he's going to pressure the door here. Oh, okay, so
He managed to get the save. He's going to look for the player that doesn't have the borrow time effect onto him to try to get the down in time, but Nancy, knowing that, is trying to protect Fang. Doesn't want to give him any more stages than he already has.
Wow, last second gets borrowed time effect here. Oh,
he also has BL.
Oh! Oh, no, doesn't get it. But survivors are able to get a 2 out here. They'll take it any day of the week. Nice.
They also got the fresh player out. That was big.
That is big, yeah, because that is big. Very nice here. All right, guys, we're going to get set up for the next game. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to check on my referee to see what the score is here. I don't quite know.
2 dead, 2 alive. Survivors bouncing back at the end there. Death Slinger's still doing a good job, though. I mean, getting 2 kills with stages is not a bad result. So I think this game's pretty up in the air and who could win and who could lose. So it'll be close.
Right, the score is 19-19. Okay. All right, guys, we will be back with the next game. This right here is going to do or die unless somehow in some way they tie the set. And then we will go from there. Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. We are on the second game of the tiebreaker right here, guys. It's going to go down to this right here, do or die, unless they somehow tie it up. last game was 19-19, so if they somehow tied up 19-19 here, we'll go from there. But right now, we have a little bit of different setup here, Chungus. As you can see, we got No Way Out and Rancor, which can come in really handy, especially with No Way Out. If we can secure a 1K here, right, without it being the obsession, and then, you know, No Way Out, we'll see here. So, like, with this build setup, what are you thinking about, man?
He does not want anybody to touch his gates. This guy's in game, he's prepared. So if he could just clutch up before the end game, that's great. Then he's got pain res and he's got corrupt for the early start, where he might not even have to worry about it. But if he does, which is looking like he might have to be, he's thinking about it, his end game's gonna be nasty. He's got Rancor if he needs to get an early kill, could target the obsession mad quick, and maybe he just happens to get no stages. So you might even see this. What a lot of players will do is when they bring a perk like Rancor is they'll intentionally try to avoid a player like Felix, so that way they can get the most value at the end of their game to just not to just get all 3 stages out of the game. But then he's also got No Way Out, so if players are going to be trying to pressure their hooks a bit, or their the gates, he's going to have a lot of time where he can sit back and try to find the out of session player. But we're going to see here.
What's really interesting too is the regen that he has on the side of the map, right? That is a really strong regen. Oh, able to get it. That light not able to come in isn't enough to be able to hit her through the window, though. It is! Wow, very nice. If I'm the survivors here, I'm going to be pressuring the 3 tens on the other side of the map.
Yeah, definitely key according to this map is, like, if you can ever just get rid of main and you got the opportunity, you take it. Because most of the time, you'll see here Slinger, again, just bringing him down to this side of the map because it's generally better. And Survivor looking to maybe go for a toolbox or a body block there, asking his teammate, hey, am I going to get you to wiggle out? He's like, no, I don't think you're going to get this one. Going to try to get a little bit of distance to see if he can avoid the injury. Doesn't, so he's going to have to play a little more defensive again. Going to hang out, hide for a minute, maybe do some generators in the back while he's protecting the hook.
Yeah, so far, good gameplay. We already see 1 stack of pain res being used, and we have 1 stack up on No Way Out. But no pop here, right? So, you know, they won't be able to put too much pressure on these gens. You know, obviously we still do have pain res. Okay, we do see a second stack. Our first gen pop in, sorry, here. All right, so far so good.
Yeah, with Rancor 2, we just saw, not only do you get the pressure at the end game of being able to just kill a player, but you also get information. So there are 2 upsides to the perk. There's your end game is looking very good when you have a perk combo such as No Way Out Rancor, but then you also just have the middle of the game where you're trying to protect and you get a little information on where players can maybe be. So gets a little bit of information on Ada, trying to see if he can maybe get a quick injury on her on the 4 lane. Doesn't get it though. Might get a second stage out of Seiya here pretty early.
Yeah, and we do see a second stage here. Not good. Survivors are going to have to play very careful here, especially with the fact that he has Rancor. If he gets to very tunnel out here, right? And with Rancor, this is like this could be a quick, 2K just based off of that. Let's see here.
Blastmine again. We've seen all today, Sick. We've seen Demogorgon, Nurse, and now Slinger, where Blastmine has just been kind of putting a toll on killers.
Exactly. Oh, and try to get the hit on Ada, but doesn't. I don't think they really care about this tunnel out at this point. They just, we'll see here. We're going to see 2 generators pop in, I think. Let's see. Okay, maybe.
I like that we are able to get the save on Fang. Having 4 players alive is really what we needed, but the question is she able to hold it? So she has a perk in pocket just to help keep her alive for as long as she needs. She's trying to make it back over to Shaq and stall as much time as she can. Slinger gets it down.
Now, this isn't bad. Okay, no, Slinger's breaking the pallet. I was going to say, this isn't bad if the pallet wasn't down, because she could just use Decisive Strike, right, and then pre-drop that pallet, and, and be able to make a lot of distance here, but unfortunately doesn't, and we see 2 more generators pop here for the survivors.
Slinger maybe trying to go for a read here. He's trying to play around it. Doesn't want to get hit by DS because he knows if he does, then she's going to be able to get back up and maybe could potentially get out. So doesn't want to have that risk, so maybe he just waits it out enough
and he
time.
Does. Yep.
Trying to stop the generator from getting any more progress. He successfully waited it out. So it was either a guess or either he knew, but regardless, a good play. Maybe waiting a bit too long now.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we get that kill, so.
Yeah, and if he doesn't hurry up here, they're going to pop both gens and then they're going to win. Like, because, and that's, well, I wouldn't say they're going to win yet, but you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Because, we'll see. Only 1 stack of No Way Out.
Right, so the wait was good, but it's like you don't want to wait too long because then we're going to be in the situation where now we're down to 1 generator. Now I don't even know if we have 3 gen anymore. Do we?
I can't tell. Let's see. Hold on. We have 1, I can't tell yet. I don't think we do. One.
There might be so split where he might not be able to protect. He sees two.
No,
on this
yeah,
side.
we're not. There's one all the way over there. You see it? Yep.
Yeah,
It's not
no
3-gen.
here. So this is going to be tough to protect. There's a good chance that Survivors can maybe make some outs here. Now he did get an injure on Ace though, so this is the start. This is what he needs to maybe get some sort of snowball potential to prevent the Survivors from getting any more pressure on him. He still has 3 pain res hooks in the back too, so it's not all bad.
Right. Unfortunately, Ace had overcome, so he was able to make that distance with that 2 extra seconds, you know, and push on the other side of the map. And he knows that that gen is very close to being done, so he doesn't want to push on that side of the map. Because he knows that that gen that he recently kicked is not fully progressed, so he can waste some time on this side of the map. We'll see how he continues here, though.
Now choosing to bring No Way Out to, you kind of got to identify your gates a bit. You need to realize, do I have 2 gates on one side of the map? Do I maybe have split gates? It's going to be a big part of the game here when you bring in a perk like No Way Out, because if both of them are on the same side that you were trying to protect, then that could be very fortunate for you. But if one of them's on the bottom side, one's on the top side, No Way Out might not be as good as we want it to be.
Yeah, he needs to get some more hooks here to get more value out of No Way Out. If he doesn't, you know, only 1 stack, that's 24 seconds. That's not much compared to the 60 seconds that it could be.
Gets the injure again. Has 2 players injured. Now he just needs it down.
Does get the down. Oh, it's gonna come down to it. Let's see. He decides to get off of it. Wow. Oh, he wouldn't have got it anyways. Smart play.
Getting out of there early. Doesn't want to give the Death Slinger any kind of information. Doesn't want to give him a hit.
Yep, wants to hide scratch marks, which he does, which is actually smart. He could have, if that hook, forge hook wasn't there, they would have definitely got it. Now here's the problem though. He doesn't know that he's the obsession, so. And he does push him off of his shin. Deliverance coming in. Very nice. Wait. Okay, yeah. It was Deliverance. Why is she not broken?
I don't know. Regardless though, he's got Ace on the ropes. He's gonna try to go for another pain res stack here. Could probably try to get another No Way Out stack as well. So this is pretty good. Now, if they double this in time before he's able to get this hook, then that's huge. Finding the pain res.
Oh my god, they weren't.
Getting exactly what he needs.
Seriously, that is so so clutch for him, because now it stops them and he gets an extra, you know, an extra stack here, and Felix has no idea either, you know. So this is really handy here. Let's see how he plays. He needs to go back and pressure that gen quickly, or try to find the Felix.
Is in a good position. He's got somebody on the hook. He's got somebody injured. Felix, he hasn't even targeted him at all yet, and that's what you want to do with Rancor. You want to save that player for when you can just kill them early on or later, and you don't have to be concerned about them. So he's just protecting this generator, finding it injured. If he gets this down in time, he's going to force Felix to have to go over to the save and cross the map on the other side that he doesn't really want to be on. So, and here we are. Finding Felix. Honestly, if he pressures Felix here, I think this is fine. He's either going to get a pain res again.
Oh my god, watch, here it comes, here it comes.
Going for the Rancor play.
They don't pop it yet. I think they know.
They're playing around it. So they want to save Felix because they know that he's got Rancor in his pocket. So they're going to take the down, and they're going to try to save Felix as long as they can. They'd rather him just get injured first and have a decent chase, or maybe even hooked, so they don't have to be concerned about a player getting killed.
Yeah, and the Ace has adrenaline here, so it's not looking bad. Oh, Ada's gonna pop it. Yep. Here we go. Adrenaline's up. They gotta play this smart now. Wait, hold on. Let me switch to the killer. My bad.
Got a lot of good in-game perks for the survivors too. So we do have Rancor and No Way Out to protect, but we also saw we had Adrenaline go off. We have Hope in the end game. So survivors and killer definitely trying to play around this.
He's trying to reset himself. Not gonna be able to. Oh, hiding in a locker. Yeah, not
Smart.
a bad play. Yeah, he knows what he has to do here.
So the survivors, as a survivor, you're also able to recognize that the killer has Rancor because you are being told that you are giving killer information. So you know when it's a thing. But, and I think this is good from Felix. Felix is hiding inside of a locker, doesn't want to give the killer a free kill. That's 3 stages down the drain if he was to get knocked out of the game. So he wants his players who already have hooks on them to maybe get the pressure instead. So if these guys pressure the gates, it's not really what the Slinger was looking for. Hope too on Ace here. So if he's the one who chooses to get chased, he has that in his pocket as well. 7 Not enough to get in the next pallet though. No way out down. 2 players up. He's got a player injured. He's got Felix looking around, trying to still play it safe. Gets it to the end game. Not going to give the killer any kind of rancor value, and Ada just going to both go ahead and take the out here. He's going to have to crawl pretty far, so it looks like we're going to have the game get a 2K out. Just the same as we saw the last game.
Is it? I think so. Hold on. Let's see. I have to check with the ref here. I don't got scored down.
So we got 7 stages on killer side this round. So it's up to the stages here that we saw in the last game.
Alright, let's see. Ref's sending me the score now. Wait, what was the score for this one? Was it 19-19?
Yep.
Was?
Checking out some
No,
of the builds.
it was 17-20. Yep, it was 17-20 because you gotta remember fresh hook, you know?
Somebody. Okay.
Yeah. But guys, that was a great game here. Unfortunately, like, I'm trying to make sure, guys. So I think it was Yakuza that wins this.
Just waiting on the scorekeeper right now. We're just looking at perks, checking out things. Everything seems to be looking good though.
Yeah. So overall it was 117 to 104. Let me click on the score sheet just to double check here, guys. We want to make ssure before we switch over. For 1 second. Let me check the score sheet real quick, guys. 1 second. Hold on.
Before we announce the winner, though, we will say I really enjoyed the games. I think everybody played